Hi there, it's Mare. I have a finished project to share with you that was super fun. But before I forget, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be updated on any new videos that I post. I have lots of fun projects coming up and I would love for you guys to see them. Okay, now I wanted to share this with you. Yes, that is an egg carton. And I saw some altered egg cartons online on YouTube. There's some pictures on Pinterest of what people have done with them, but I had to do my own thing. So let me show you what I have created. Of course, I had to add a journal to the mix as well. This is a mermaid beach theme. And it comes as a set. That is the journal back there. But let me just show you some of the features here. I have made, this is real sand, and I've added some tops to the areas that were there and made this little sand castle with some faux window here, a real window in the center, and a little go through. It goes all the way through with a little water feature here, faux water here and here. And if you can tell, there's little glass pieces everywhere. I've added a lot of gems, a lot of sparkle, a lot of glass balls, a lot of glass beads. Here's some rock and some faux foliage here. There's some, look like coral almost to me, and some really pretty flowery type stuff there. A little shelf made out of a rock with gems overpouring into the bottom area. Shells embedded here, little water feature here. This looks like wet sand with the glossy accents and sand with some embedded starfish and shells. Little glass features here and here. Little, mermaid jacuzzi. A little extra little pool there with some flowers and different, like even the big mica flakes look to me like, scales of some kind, but pretty ones. And here on the end, I've had a little mermaid book with a dangle charm here, and a little glass beads here, different colors, a little actual sandcastle charm here, little mermaid, and a little paper boat. There's sequins and rocks on here with some really pretty moss that matches, and I've even added the glass beads and the shine and glimmer all through the bottom area as well, and along the sides. This is the back here, with some shells here on the top, vintage doily piece, glass beads, and different oxides and stuff used in the decorating here. Here's a poem here. Use some of the Tyvek that I've altered and played with a while back. Added glass beads on there as well to make it look like the waves of the sea. And you could actually use a little shelf back there if you wanted to put a little something. All of the decorations go from the behind. This is just from a vintage book page. It says message from the sea, and just different oxides and glass beads on this corrugated cardboard. Here is the journal, so let's take that out. Here's some vintage doily. There's little shells here, little film, different films, and some pearl features here, more of that. Glass beads along the side here, and just decorated fully. And the little tassel that I made with different fibers and charms. This has some of that glass stuff over on this wrapper here. Here's some pieces of shell, little leaf things, and a little seahorse key that I've put some different patinas on it. And that is the back here. And it's just the wrapper. Now, this is the story that I had in my head was just that somebody found this old grungy, wrapped up journal, and they found it along maybe a cliff or so, and it was all grunged up, but yet still a little sparkle to it. And they made this set here to just an idea of what somebody might have written in the actual journal. Here's a little mermaid that I've made with little sparkles in her hair and a crown. And she really isn't for playing, but she's great for display with the journal. I made this little pocket back here, and this unwraps. Now this image here, I saw it first on a big journal from Robin Dudley House, and I love her work. I'm a big fan. I actually found this image on the New York Public Library, I believe. put a little stickles and stuff on there. Added some of that cardboard in the back and lots of layers with shells. This says Dreaming of the Sea, and I just made it very aged looking. Here's some charms on the side here. Little swordfish and starfish charm that I've rusted. And that is the back with a little butterfly stamp. You open it up. Just made a little pocket. Put lots of dangles, little poem, and a little sticker here. Here's Tyvek with a little miniaturized book page. Make sure I'm in frame. Little mermaid image here. Did some stamping, lots of rusty features. I did put some pieces of either handmade paper or coffee dyed muslin, you know, like I do my big journals, just for reinforcement. There's some little shells in this pouch here. Some pictures and things that I just put inside. Did some gesso and some stenciling. Lots of little pages. This I just altered with some glimmering things and some Pearl X. Little tag here, little side tuck. Just different ripped pieces of paper of all different sizes. Did some collaging. Little jellyfish here that I put some Pearl X on. This was piece of rice paper, little gesso on a book page here. Little stenciling for some waves. Little tuck here, little snippet. Little pocket here. A little shell journaling card that I've backed with some craft card stock. Another little image here with a rusted paper clip, and that says Mermaids at Play. A little old picture here. Another part of that tea bag. I think it has little flowers in it. A little poem that I've just put I just put glossy accent and a little starfish because they're so fragile. I didn't want it to break. Little envelope that I've altered here with another little envelope with a piece of paper in it that can be written on. That flips over. And some of that handmade washi tape that we made in another video. And that is the journal. And that all comes together as a set with the egg carton. It has to be actually put on a fairly smooth, even surface. And I've weighted some of the front so it sits nicely. But the journal got away from me a little bit. It's very big. It's actually only 4.5 by 3. But it does have 42 pages front to back. And you know, it does fit in there. I'm not going to tie it up right now, but it does fit inside of there. And like I said, I've weighed that down. But isn't it pretty? I just had so much fun doing it. And let me show you the next one I've made. This one is a fairy-themed one. Now, again, I've made the tassel with some charms here and a little bell. And the same story. You know, that an old journal in this case was found in a forest as somebody was walking, and they just brought to life what they imagined in their mind while reading the journal. There's a little poem. There are fairies everywhere, under bushes and in the air. Listen, touch, and look around in the air and on the ground. If you watch all nature's things, you might just see a fairy's wing. And I put lots of little gems and different things in there, and I've made these fairy wings here and added the same gems. That just sits and clipped on the top here. And the tassel, like I said, with all the different fibers. Here in the front is, of course, some fairy dust. Gotta have fairy dust. And some leaf charms here, and a little rainbow bottle, and some charm, and that is glued shut. And a little Fairyland Stories little book there that opens. And I just put all that stuff all the way around just to give that real forest, but still fairy with the little glimmers and the little crystals and glass beads everywhere. Around the back here are some mushrooms and lots of different greenery and grasses and different moss type things, and still some of the glimmer stuff. Let's get to the journal. Let me show you the houses. I'm going to take this out and just show you here. Now the back is decorated even on the top here. If if you can see it. And here is just a little globe with a water feature that I've put in here. And lots of little pieces of foliage. There's a rock, different wood slices, different trees that I had from my fairy house making days. And there's some little greenery here and here, and just different elements here and there. Little pieces of some rock and gem here and here. A little rock here, and to me this was like a little play area for the fairies to climb and jump on. And here are the fairy houses that I made from the center of the egg carton. And I made an opening here. There's lots of different paint and texture on it. I wanted to make sure it really just looked, you know, grunged up and lots of texture, like it was buried just deep within the forest, these trees. Inside is a little bed with a little table next to it. Here's another opening to this fairy house, and it has 2 little beds in it. It's just, with a little leaf rug too. It's just super, super cute. And like I said, I added a lot of like glimmery things to it. So let me set that off to the side. Here is the wrapping for this journal. I did distress it and tattered up the leaves on it. And here's just a little sprig that I put in the tie, as well as a little rusty safety pin with a charm and just stamped on some coffee dyed muslin. I engraved in this just with a wood engraving type heated pen that says fairy on it. It's very faint. I've made this little cute little fairy. She's wanted to fly away quite a few times, but I didn't let her. I put her in the little pocket, and that's the back. And she just sits in the front here. And then you open up the wrapping. It's just very glimmery with some of that mica spray. You also get the little twig pencil. And this is the little book that I made. And here's some charms, little tree and a little owl, little greenery here, an acorn, a little key here. And this cute, cute little image, little folks. And it says Waltz of the Blue Fairy, little fairy stamps there with a little bell as well. Made this little journal notes, little pack of paper, ripped up paper. Oops, got to put that leaf back somewhere. Little stencil tree here. Tags, little loose things that I placed inside. Little tea bag with a little note card in there and a charm, little fabric flip. Little sticker that can be added anywhere in the journal. And a little envelope with some little labels in there. A little sticker thing there, some more of those fairy stamps. Little grungy page with an envelope here with a rusted paper clip. And this little tree tag, little acorn. Little flashcards that I've just grunged up with some heavy coffee dyeing. Added this little piece here and a little tea bag there. Little fairy tales picture there with a flip. Little rice paper. Some decoupage. Little envelope. This is an original poem that I'll let anybody who gets this read it. A little old image there. Some fairies and this little girl. And a little captured fairies card here. Little areas for writing. And little pieces of collage and decoupage. Put a little cinnamon stick there, or a vanilla stick, maybe. And here is just a little sticker, fairy sticker, little picture. And this is just a copy of a little resized copy of a painting that I've done years ago. Stickers. Open that up, and there's some more stencils, and that is the little journal that comes with it. Okay, guys, to check availability, go to my Etsy shop and take a peek. And thanks for watching. We will be back. I will do real quick. I'm just going to tell you, I have another theme that I'm going to be making, and it's a bunny theme. So I've got it started part way, but I'm going to do a craft with me. I will probably film it this week, but probably won't get up until like Monday or Tuesday. But just keep an eye out for it. We'll see how that goes. Hope you enjoyed it, And thanks for watching. Bye.